Well, unfortunately, he got a bad injury, and probably certain things come into that when you look at medicals and that to get done now, Paul. So you go for 6 million, and you're obviously getting older. The length of time you've not played, all that comes into consideration. What your wages are, and sometimes they're looking to just get you off the books, really. And they brought a couple of centre halves, and obviously with Moritz coming in, and I still think they're maybe one short, to be perfectly honest with you. So maybe the manager was talking the other day about still maybe having a couple of bodies to come in. Maybe one's a centre back if Julien goes. So it's a bit unfortunate for him, but I think he's another one of these guys that's been there now for a period of time. He's not played many games. Now he needs to go and play, like a few of the other boys we've spoke about prior. The manager will want to freshen that up, to freshen the team up, and to freshen the training ground up, as we say, because I think that's very, very important for him. But he'll not be wanting to go too thin, because he knows it's, as we said many times, it's a strange season this year with the World Cup coming in the middle of it.
We'll come back to you on that, where you think he actually needs to strengthen. Stephen, what do you remember about Christopher Julien?
Well, I think it's probably the best move for both parties. He was injured whenever Ange Postecoglou first came in. He missed the first 6-7 months of his tenure, which by then Celtic were in their groove. They had a settled system, they had a settled team. Certainly settled two central defenders, Carl Starfelt and Cameron Carter-Vickers. Stephen Welch had probably just jumped ahead of him because he was thereabouts. So when you come back, it's very difficult as a senior player to try and break a partnership like that. He would have wanted to play. He clearly wasn't getting any minutes. Come the summer, then they sent another centre half. I think that the writing's on the wall. Time to move on. Sometimes it happens in football. You just think it's best for both parties. Go and play somewhere. He's a senior player, earning good money. There's no point in him sitting just burning up wages. He'll be frustrated. He wants to play. So it seems to be the best move. Naturally, he'll be remembered for his goal in the League Cup final against Rangers. That's something I'm sure it'll stay with him and stay with the Celtic fans. But I just think his time's run out, so it's time to go home.
Yeah, that was November, December 2019. Celtic still on the charge then towards the quadruple treble. Seems a long time ago, Peter, but he's this classy player, isn't he?
Yeah, he did the qualities. I don't think anybody could have argued about that. He thought he was going to be. He played a lot of money for him, as you know, £7 million. Is it? I know that can be quoted at times, but that doesn't make any difference. The player's still got to go out and produce. And as I said, a very, very bad injury. So unfortunately for him, you'd have liked to have seen him fully fit for so many years, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. But it's right, because if he's not going to be part of it, and he's probably had that conversation with the manager, you have to move them on, because you don't want these guys who expect to be playing sitting around about, and he'll be getting disappointed he's not even been in the squads now the last few games, and that's the things you look at and say, well, the writing's on the wall, I better get out here. And maybe that's the message the manager sent him: listen, you're not going to be stripped. Stephen Welsh, and that's been put in prior to him. Moritz Jens has been in playing before him.
Do you like the look of Jens?
Well, I've known Moritz a long time, haven't I? So I've known him a long time. The first time I've seen him live again was Saturday, and I thought he'd done well to start with. He still has wee moments where it gets a bit casual, and I've always said that to him as a defender. You have to be very careful on that. He lost a few balls against Boyce as well in the air about his timing, and I said he's a big lad, and I've always said that was probably something that he'd have to go and learn, because if he's going to play in Britain, where the ball gets put forward, especially if you're playing with a Celtic and somebody's not going to play out, they're going to hit their straight balls down the middle, and you've got to be able to deal with them. And that was a wee sort of question marks I had on him, and I still see the wee traits in him, but there's other parts of his game he does very well. He can use both feet well. I still like a balanced natural left foot on the left hand side, but Moritz uses it well. Uses his left foot well.